No, but you know when you hear them in German, like, well, it's, you understand, but since I don't, it just sounds like. But then they translated it to English, and it was kind of he was like, we have to think about the German people. It wasn't fuck the Jews, and because we all think like, why did people buy into that? But he
didn't open with the Jews.
Smooth,
It was a closer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Two Drink Minimum, the Third Reich of podcasts.
Jesus Christ.
The two men in front of me, comedy legend Mike Ward, notorious German wizard Chris Ramsay, and Poseidon.
Yo, how you doing?
Poseidon, fresh from Italy.
Yes.
Yeah, look, you dressed like you're in Italy.
I know, I'm still there mentally.
Your arms are very, very tan.
Thank you.
You're just like Tony Sumarin.
Yeah.
I like it.
Tony Sumarai. That's a good name. I like that.
Was it your first time? Was it your girl's first time in Europe?
Yes, and it was my first time in Italy. And
why didn't you bring her to Greece? Like, if she's never been to Europe.
I'm gonna bring her to Greece after she wanted to see Italy.
Okay.
She wants to see Italy first.
Do you want to see where Poseidon was from?
Oh, you guys went to Albania?
Bro, I sort of got, bro, fuck. No. Yeah, and I had never done Italy, and I always wanted to do Italy, so I'm like, fuck it, let's go to Italy. And
say Italy one more time.
One more time, I dare you.
Italy?
What towns did you do?
We did, first we started in Milan. And while we were in Milan, we saw Lake Como. Then after we went down to Genova, and then we went to Portofino, then Cinque Corniglia, and then we did Florence.
Yeah.
Then we did.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What, Corniglia?
You don't pronounce the G actually when you say it.
Oh, it's Corniglia.
Cornelia.
Okay.
And they don't all like corn, but go on.
And then Florence, and then Rome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, because you were in Italy, too.
Yeah, I was in
right?
Italy.
Yeah.
I had a blast. I went to the European qualifying championship for Magic, like the magicians qualifier.
Why do they just make it small and just call you guys pedophiles?
Yeah,
Make it shorter. Just to
they're trying to lead normal lives, so it's difficult. You got to come up with some crazy convention to go to. But it was absolutely stunning. 5-star hotel. Ooh. The Grand Hotel Belia. It is it looks like the Grand Hotel Budapest, the Grand Budapest Hotel, but in yellow. Giant. Pull it up. It's fucking beautiful. Anyways, I was trying to tell my friends here that they were normally very stereotypical to Italians. There it is. But they honestly are a fucking stereotype. The entire people.
The WOPs, yeah.
The Italians. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So every night at this convention, we had it would end with a spaghetti party.
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
Listen, I'm literally trying to tell my friends, I'm telling you, there's a spaghetti party every fucking night. And they're like, no, there isn't. Shut up. And then I go to the bar and I'm like, can I get a straw? And I'm not fucking lying. It's a pasta. Their straws are made of pasta in Italy.
No,
their dreams are made of pasta.
I'm telling you.
No.
Pull it up.
It wasn't like that in the rest of Italy, bro. I don't know
building is made of pasta.
I don't know where the fuck you went, bro.
Yeah. And so, look, the bar, this is fucking hilarious. The bar had drinks. They were cocktails, right? But the hotel is Grand Hotel Belia. And, for short, the abbreviation would be GHB.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. And the cocktails at the bar
are GHB cocktails?
On the signs,
it's
GHB Mule, GHB on the beach, and then alcohol-free GHB, which I don't know how that works.
Dude, I had a great time. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Dude, and the funny thing is, you'd think like no one would touch the drinks. They were gone instantly. What a party.
Yeah, a lot of people just want to get fucked.
Yeah. Everybody went to bed real early that night.
My butt hurts.
Yeah, it was a good time, though.
Oh, you guys are all bragging? I'm going to fucking double down on all you guys. I don't want to do this. I was in Ottawa.
Oh, nice, dude.
Shit.
Nice. Wait, Ottawa or like Orleans?
I was in Ottawa proper, right next to where the Prime Minister does his makeup.
The capital.
And I don't want to brag, but
did you sleep there or you drove back?
Fucking slept there.
Night?
I was there for 3 weeks. I would come back every weekend. I had gigs and stuff. Yeah. It was horrible.
Wow. Nice hotel though?
Yeah, I stayed at Sonder.
Okay.
That's where they put us up.
You're downtown.
I'm right next to the Parliament.
Wow.
Everything closed at 4 p.m. There's restaurants that close at 3:30. It's disgusting.
That's crazy.
It's the worst city in Canada by far. By far.
Yeah.
It's great. I saw a guy. He had a hot dog stand. So I asked him. I said, "Well, how does the sausage market in Ottawa? What's the sausage game like?" And he told me, he goes, "I used to have 6 carts. Now I only have 1."
Damn.
And these fucking dirty politicians don't want to come to work more than twice a week.
Just because he refused to get vaxxed, eh?
So it was bad. It was rough. He's like, the economy's tanking. I hate all these people.
I don't think though there's any city in the
Where the
world
sausage game is going
that the sausage guy is
on the
killing
rise.
it. I used to have one sausage fucking van. Now I have 6.
He went the opposite route. It's like, I had 6. Now I have just this one.
Because most of those guys, I secretly think they live in those little carts.
That's true.
think
They
so,
don't
I
tell
saw a
anybody.
guy like that once in New York City. Like at
Living in it?
7 a.m, he it was like a fucking cartoon. He unzipped the thing and he like got out, and then I saw he had a little cot underneath. You know how shitty that is? You're sleeping underneath hot dog water.
How does that feel?
Yeah.
Terrible.
You leave, but imagine, because most of those people, like, they left their country and they told their family, I'm going to America to live the American
Where dreams
dream.
are made of.
And then fucking 7 years later,
Yeah.
you're living in a hot dog stand.
Which
Coleslaw's
is
hitting you in the face.
yeah, which is the equivalent of living in a palace where they're from.
Yeah.
So.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
He's like, this is an Albanian 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, dude. You know what you pay rent?
Yeah, but New York's nuts.
Exactly.
But anyways, the Ottawa stuff, what a shit city, bro. And even the university that I was at, garbage.
Politicians everywhere.
Politicians everywhere.
What university? University of Ottawa? Or York? I think there's York, there's Carleton?
It was Carleton.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very depressing. I even asked the people there. It feels haunted. It looks like a prison. It looks like an old prison that they converted to being a university.
I almost went to Carleton because it's super easy to get in. And
Yeah, it shows there's homeless people sleeping.
I went there to just like meet them, and then on the way back, I fucking hated Ottawa.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I went to Gatineau, and the people in Ottawa hated me because I was French, and then the people in Gatineau hated me because I was English.
Amazing.
So I was like, this
Yeah.
this is fucking worse than
This is the
Quebec
best city in the world.
So then on my way back, I was like, I'll just stop, have a drink in Montreal. Stopped, had a drink, fucking met like 2 chicks. People were buying me drinks. I could speak French. I could speak English. No one cared.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the best fucking city in the world.
I'll stay
So
here.
got back to Quebec City, applied to McGill, and then,
Became a doctor.
Became a doctor.
Became a doctor, exactly.
Yeah, that's true though. Like I mean, it gets around the border, the Ottawa, Hull type, like that whole Gatineau space is very much like they're kind of against languages down there.
Yeah.
They're
They're very aggressive.
That,
A lot of the people, like when I used to do the shows at Yuck Yucks, a lot of people from Gatineau wouldn't cross the bridge to come see the show.
Wow.
And a
Out
lot
of
of
just spite.
and then I do shows in Gatineau in French, and the French people from Ontario wouldn't cross the bridge.
Huh.
And I was like, but I'm not doing a French show in Ottawa.
Yeah.
So just it's a 4-minute drive.
Yep.
And they were like, fuck it, I'll go see the English show instead.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't
Crazy.
even really understand though. They were like, I don't care. I don't like they hate. Well, they don't all hate Quebec,
No,
but a
it's
lot
different.
of them, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, now I think it's
Yeah.
getting better. There was I went to Gatineau. I did like a surprise spot at one of the clubs there because the guy saw my story that I was
Yeah.
in Ottawa. He said, "Can you come to Gatineau to just drop in?" So I dropped in, did a spot one night, had fun. Then I brought 2 of the dancers to Gatineau one night so we could like try to find food. But it was like a concert, and it's all students everywhere. So it was just it was like Mardi Gras, just
Yeah.
mayhem,
Okay.
and there was no food. And then they told me I saw them at the Turkey and stuff. They go, "There might be pizza, but." You should just get out of here. Like, you're not going to find food.
Yeah, you just get out of here. Run while you can. It was like that in Burlington when I went to Burlington. There's 3 colleges in Burlington, and at night we're out having a pint, and it's all it is like it
Kids.
feels like just underage kids
Yeah.
like running around. It's fucking wild.
Nice.
It's a campus town.
It's hard not to bang them.
Super. We had to get the hell out of there. He was like, "You got to leave before you start getting your dick wet. Get out." of
Hey,
here."
before you're not getting there, they're just gonna grab it. It's crazy. So it gave me. It's funny. It gave me a newfound hate for the capital. It is
Okay.
so shit. Like a capital of any country cannot be that.
No.
Cannot be people being miserable. The stores closing at 4. Nothing happens. It's disgusting. The only thing that was funny is the people that would go protest with the "fuck Trudeau" signs.
Oh, yeah.
That would make me happy.
Do you guys think if they change the capital of Canada to Toronto, let's say?
It shouldn't be Toronto.
It'd
either.
fix all our problems, I think.
Yeah, I
Is that
think
what
we
you're
wouldn't-
saying?
The
No,
economy would stabilize.
No, do you
Yeah, I
think?
think we'd be good.
No, if they
Yeah,
just change the
obviously.
capital, do you guys think Ottawa will still exist?
No.
I think Ottawa would go underwater.
Yeah. It would
You-
sink.
Yeah, probably.
It would sink. It
Because
would,
why would it exist?
Yeah. It would just be boating.
Yeah, those million people would just.
No, but do you guys
Say,
think? No,
fuck
no, no.
it.
Seriously.
Yeah,
do you
we're
guys-
gonna- in the
They're
mountains.
like, "We only want to live in the capital. We're moving to Toronto."
no,
What do you mean
fuck
they'd
this place.
stop to
Fuck
exist?
this
because the whole
meaningless
point
town.
of Ottawa was because it was the middle point between Montreal and Toronto to choose the capital. Isn't that what that was?
I don't think
I
so.
think so.
I don't
Yeah, I
think so.
think that's what
I
it
don't
is.
think it has anything to do with geography.
I think we're just a stupid country. It should have been Montreal or Toronto. I think it should have been Montreal because the time Montreal was big.
It says it was a defensible location situated on the border between Quebec and Ontario.
Defensible for whom?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, so they take over Toronto or Montreal first?
So the ice road truckers couldn't get through.
It was Queen Victoria that chose Ottawa as Canada's capital in 1857.
There you go. Yeah,
the freedom convoy.
Yeah,
they had to protect themselves.
Well, yeah, of course, because if the Americans come, they're going to take Montreal first. But if they're going to take Montreal, they're going to take Ottawa.
I see. Oh, yeah. So
Ottawa's not
also,
defending itself.
Montreal isn't the capital of Quebec, which is also fucked.
That's
I
true
guess
too.
they had the Frontenac and all the fucking Parliament buildings.
It's because of the history in Quebec City.
It's the history, yeah.
Yeah. But Quebec City makes sense as a capital because even Quebec City has stuff, though. I go to Quebec City all the time. There's stuff at night. It's like an actual city.
Yeah.
Whereas Ottawa feels fake. It feels like North Korea. Dude, you know how many times I was just walking? It was just night and me walking like a goddamn rapist in the middle of the night. And people are walking like, why is this guy walking alone with his headphones on? Just walk.
And Quebec City is nice. Like, it's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
Quebec City is nice. Yeah, Quebec City is very nice. Yeah. It has some shithole areas too, but the nice ones are fucking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ottawa looks good, though. It's a nice looking city.
It is downtown, like where the center of arts are and all
They've
that.
got some nice market spots down in Ottawa, which I really like the little dive bars and stuff like that, like outside terraces and stuff.
I found a little bar one night, and because they close early, so it was like 4 people in the whole bar.
Yeah.
So little fun stuff like that. I like it when it's just you and 3 people.
Yeah.
The thing that sucks kind of Ottawa is people aren't proud of Ottawa the way they're proud of Montreal, or the way they're proud of Toronto. Like, you need that sort of civic pride to make your city.
Also, I think if their team just won games, like, that would be a whole different story.
If the Senators could do something.
Yeah, honestly, I think people would be like, well, I fucking love Ottawa. I've always been a fan of Ottawa City. Like, if
not just because of the
pedophiles
pedophiles in Parliament, but because of the hockey team.
What was the number that, like, Drake brought it? He, like, raised, like, the income of Toronto by, like, 6% or something.
He's the reason why people can't afford rent.
Yeah, it's, like, one of, right? Because it's, like, he brought a lot to Toronto. He put Toronto constantly on the map, whereas like Beaver's from Stratford or whatever, but he doesn't really represent Ontario at all, whereas Drake is like the 6.
Do you think since Drake got humiliated with the whole Kendrick thing, it's going to be affordable in Toronto now?
I think it might affect something, maybe,
People are just selling their condos.
Yeah,
because I love
Drake's a pedophile and they're selling everything.
I love all the
There's
articles.
An influx of people for some reason.
Magicians are just piling into Toronto.
All of the articles I read, like the Drake and Kendrick thing. In English, it was like journalists that seemed informed and young and like hip hop. But in French, it just seemed like it was like just some French guy translating a fucking story he saw in the Associated Press.
Yeah, like, hey, les deux blacks sont fâchés.
Yeah, and like one of the big stories, it was like Drake was in a beef with a guy in California, and he clearly just lost. But he doesn't describe anything. He's like, he clearly lost.
TLDR.
Yeah, it's so long. Oh, that's so funny.
That's funny.
He just lost. We could report safely that no one is thinking Drake won. Yeah, Drake got
But
manslaughter.
it's also hilarious that like that's like the toughest thing to do. Like, these are gangsters.
Singing to each other,
like they're rhyming. Just who can rhyme at the other person
It almost
better.
feels like those old timey gang movies, like where they dance in
Like
the
the
street.
Fonz?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
where they get in the
Grease,
street. Yeah, they break
like
out into
Grease
like
lightning.
giant, like that's
So
exactly
it's
how tough it
realistic,
is.
those movies.
Yeah.
That's exactly how tough it is.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
as tough as that.
we're the Street Eagles. Yeah. What are the Scorpions doing on our turf? Man.
yeah.
They were like, I'd be more afraid of a guy with a knife than a guy being like, I'm gonna grab you and stab you. It's like, just fucking stab me. Shut up and stab me.
Get it
What are you
over
doing?
with.
Yeah. What are you yelling at me for too? What are you rhyming at me?
I like it when they say questionable things.
I like that Drake was defending.
You could try to kill me, but I'll kill you after I fuck you, and you're gonna love it when I kiss you. And like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude?
Where's this going?
They're
Lil
like
Wayne?
Mike Tyson at a press conference.
I'll come your
I'll
ass.
make you love me.
I'll make
What?
you love me.
Yeah, you ain't never got your dick sucked like this. You're gonna fall in love with me, and I'm gonna break your heart.
Diddy was notorious for that. Diddy was
No.
notorious for dropping. Diddy, Lil Wayne too had a few questionable where you're like rapping it, and as you're singing it, you're like,
Yeah,
I'll put your balls in my mouth. Like,
yeah.
wait, what?
I'm gonna make love to you.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Is this
You
still a
really
diss
said-
track? Yeah, you're gonna get diss dick right up in your track. That's what you're gonna.
Have you guys seen Rick Ross's Rick Ross's lyrics are some of the most questionable lyrics you'll ever
There's
hear.
a lot of questionable rap lyrics, especially now, the month of June. By the way,
I mean,
I'm,
but just
I'm
in
going
nature.
anti.
What's the month of June?
It's like gay pride month. So what I'm
Okay.
doing is I'm going anti-gay pride. So the
Okay.
month of May, I did only super straight things.
What's
to try to
Juneteenth?
balance it out? Huh?
What's Juneteenth?
Some other gay thing.
No, that's for the black community, right?
Yeah, I think it's
They
a
could be
black
gay
thing.
too.
That's also in June, though, right?
Are you saying that we can't give black people one fucking thing to themselves?
They
We
have
give them
February.
February, which is shortest month, and it's Valentine's. They have to share it.
Still longer than
No,
fucking most holidays.
no. The gay pride month is all of June.
That is true.
And those
It's a long
technically
month.
aren't
It's a 31 day.
holidays. They're not holidays.
They are
I
for
don't
them.
think-
They are for them.
They're like, I'm not coming into work in
Yeah.
February.
And good luck firing them.
That's funny. Good luck firing them.
You're like, it's Gay Pride Month. I'm not coming in. Be like, well, you're all right. We'll see you in July.
Poseidon, what are you pulling up?
Oh, Rick Ross's lyrics, like one of the most questionable ones I've heard is like, and he goes, I put Molly all in her drink, she ain't even know it. Like he
That's
basically,
he's describing
not gay
a
at
rape.
all.
That's
Yeah,
It's
basically.
not gay, but it's definitely questionable.
It's definitely
Poseidon.
drugging someone.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's what I meant by not just
I love
gay.
how you said
but-
it was corny, like such
Yeah.
corny gay lyrics.
So
He's
gay.
raping
He's
women.
so
No, no,
gay. I like to rape bitches while they sleep.
Yeah.
Like a fag.
You even rhyme.
Yeah. It's a Poseidon. That is a crazy lyric, and it's not. It's not.
no,
as,
it's an no, but
it's
it
not as
was
funny as you made it out to be.
no, it wasn't gay. It was rapey. That's what I was trying to say.
Drake has some way more questionable.
Oh
lyrics.
yeah. I've
Drake
seen
has a bunch of like
compilation.
stuff about young chicks. Like,
Yeah.
Yep. Like you were just in high school, but it's okay.
Eminem,
Things
you got
like this.
buns, I got Asperger's.
All right, here we go. Drake's most suspicious lyrics.
I fucked a kid. You're like, what? Drake, that is.
That's okay. I need it was Hooters on pizza. Okay. No. These aren't questionable at all either.
All right.
I want
Hold on.
your.
I think I may have found something.
Okay, go.
I want your cock in my mouth is super questionable.
Off a cup of CJ Gibson, man, I'm faded off the brown, and I'm easily influenced by the N words I'm around.
What?
He's talking about heroin.
I mean, the
He-
brown
he's-
is
he
probably
basically
heroin,
said-
but he's easily influenced by the black men around him.
Yes, by his black homies around him.
There's a guy. This is the Drake songs that didn't age well, and he like raps.
oh
them.
yeah,
You
I
see
heard
this?
that. Yeah.
He got like a cease and desist. High school pics, you was even bad then.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's got a whole. This guy pulled up receipt. Apparently, he got like a cease and desist from OVO.
Oh sure.
I don't know if that's real.
Oh,
but, yeah.
I don't think that's real.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
That's
into
real.
young
Context.
chicks.
You like them old, eh?
30s, 40s.
I think. Yeah, dude.
I realized
if they're adults, it's cool.
the porn I like, it's always chicks that are like 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
Because when I was
I'm into
young,
MILF porn.
yeah,
Yeah.
When I was young, I used to like girls in their 20s when I was like
Yeah.
a teenager, and then I was in my 20s. I like girls in their 20s. I was 30.
Yeah.
I like girls in their 20s. And then it switched over like 10 years ago to like chicks.
Attainable.
Yeah, well, like 40s and 50s.
But
and
what,
even
what about when you're
sometimes-
70?
I-
You gonna be
I-
like 80s, 90s, or like it's gonna be
I don't
more
think
still
so.
40s, 50s?
I think they'll like for a while I'll be in the 50s and
Yeah.
then I'll when I hit like 83
yeah, you
I'll
go
be
back
like
to 20.
yeah probably.
I think my hot zone is like 28 to like 45.
20,
Any-
45, that's fine.
28 to 45, anything where they're there, I could find someone really hot. The second starts going under, they'll either the way they look or something they'll say it'll be a turnoff. And then older,
for porn,
it's,
it's
I don't know,
different, I
50. I don't know. Well, it depends. There's some hot 50.
Turned on by a real person is different than being turned on by like porn. Porn is just like penetration.
I would say 21
I
to
don't
60.
do the porn.
Because like sometimes you watch porn. I like porn where the people look like. Sometimes I'm like, let's get into amateur stuff. They don't know what they're doing. Camera angle's bad. Sometimes out of focus. The people are out of shape. The
They're
lights
crying.
Are on.
No
Yeah.
porn.
There's always one of them that's
I
crying.
haven't looked porn.
Trying
porn in
to-
a
It's a
long
real
time.
relationship.
Really?
Yeah, no porn and no alcohol.
Okay.
I'm done alcohol completely for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you weren't drinking anyways.
It's very rare. I drank a lot the last 2 months though.
Oh,
last
because
2
of
months
the
I
shows
overdid
and
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
You'd have shots and do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was into porn a lot, and I haven't like I went almost a year without porn,
Wow.
and then I watched it again this week, but I didn't jerk off, and it was weird,
Huh.
Because I didn't feel like jerking off. I was just looking at porn, and
the
I was
story?
like, Why am I even watching this? Like, what am I doing? What am I
Mike's
doing?
like, how can she not tell that's not a real delivery driver?
Yeah.
Like, this fucking script
No,
sucks.
because I have a like IPTV thing, and there was like porn, and I was like, who watches like porn
On TV?
And I was like, and
I
then
do.
I watched
I do.
like a porn for like 40 minutes of just watching, going, this is garbage. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I get the whole foot thing, but I
Oh,
wasn't
nice
into
feet.
it. Yeah, but I wasn't into it.
What was he doing to her
I
feet?
get it too.
No, it was weird because it was the foot channel, and the girl
There's a
was
foot channel.
the
God
girl
damn.
was sucking the guy's dick, but the camera was placed so that you could see her feet, and she had really nice feet.
But you
And-
can't see her sucking a dick.
But no, you can. It's mostly her sucking the dick, but you could see the feet, and that was kind of turning me on. And then she started jerking him off with the feet, and I was like, "This is weird. This is
No.
like getting
Yeah.
jerked off by a monkey."
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
it feels very monkey.
Yeah.
Also not optimal.
Yeah.
You know, because like you're like, even if you jerk me off with your feet, if you got shit technique, I'm gonna go soft.
Yeah.
You gotta know what you're doing.
Or like if you're watching a porno and then like she's sucking his dick, but then she starts eating his ass. I gotta change the video.
Yeah.
I don't like it's weird.
You're like, that's
Yeah.
my job.
I'm not a fan of that either. Because then they pan to the guy's face going like this,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't want to
I
watch
don't
a
like.
guy
Yeah, don't
moan.
show me dudes.
Stop showing me dudes.
Dudes are
reactions
disgusting.
to
Yeah.
orgasms, dude.
Like
Gross.
Jan that does Suzukut with me, he keeps on telling me how he likes to, like, on air, he's always like saying how he likes to get his ass eaten.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I don't
new
like
thing.
knowing that a dude
Likes
to
his ass.
get
Yeah,
his
I don't want to know
ass
any of
eaten.
that shit.
It's a thing. I've been hearing it more and more, especially from comics being like opening up, being like, "Yeah, I let her eat my ass all the time. Like,
Josh
she loves
talks about it.
and I'm like, "That's you're like a couple steps away, I think, like from
Just being a woman.
Just shitting in her mouth.
just liking dudes. I think, right? Like eventually, you're like, well, just a finger, and it's just just a fake cock, and it's not a real one. It's like, oh, he's a real cock, but he's
But
wearing
I
a
don't
condom.
know him.
Yeah, I don't know
him.
He's wearing a condom. Technically, the dick isn't touching me. You know.
When-
It's
when
like,
I was a
all right, where are we
teenager-
stopping.
It's funny.
Sorry, I'm cutting you off. When I was a teenager and worked at the gas station, there was a dude that was friends with the owners, and then I don't remember how the conversation came up, but
I don't have money for gas. Can you all fuck me?
He was talking about
Kidding, I don't
how
have a car.
he was talking about how for the first time ever, the chick he was banging shoved a finger up his ass, and he came so hard. I was like 16 at the time.
That was American Pie.
Yeah, and he was talking. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, I was freaking out. Like, I hadn't heard about this yet, I guess. And
So you thought he had invented something?
and then
You're
I was like,
fuck
and then I was like, yo, what the fuck? That's fucking weird. That's gay. So I started saying like it's gay. He's like, it's not gay. He starts arguing, it's not gay. I'm like, but you allowed somebody to insert something
Yeah.
in your ass, you know?
It was a lady.
Yeah, but it was a woman, and he's like freaking out and shit. And then he was trying to convince me, no, try it. You try it.
I'm not
You're
gonna- I don't mind people liking that. Like, I was about to say his name, but we have a couple of friends who just love that kind of shit.
Yeah, of course. No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying.
No, but I'm saying, me personally, I know it's not for me, but I remember a chick saying, have you ever tried it? And I go, no. And she's like, well, you can't say anything until you've tried it.
She's right.
And I was like, I hear what you're saying, but I know my sexuality. I'm not ass sexual. I don't like that.
So
Same thing with my nipples.
Their
There's
argument
nothing
would be
like
maybe you're afraid of being
a chick licking your nipple, for example. Does it do anything for you? For me, it doesn't do anything.
For me, it doesn't do anything, but I could see how for some people it could.
I know that's what I'm saying. Is I'm not. It's just everyone's different. I know that
Yeah.
sexually, like if you're licking, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know what does surprisingly do something for me? If my ears, if somebody's biting my ear or something
Yeah.
like that, the ears. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Means you're a good listener.
I like how you
Means
looked
I'm
at
a
me
good
while you said that. dude. Okay.
Come bite.
I like how you stared at me while you said that.
Were you alright, bro?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why he's got his ears covered.
always
dude.
I don't know because I don't know what to say. I don't know because in my head the story was funny, so I'm like, fuck, where do I go for it? Like, it's not that funny.
Oh, the asshole thing.
Yeah.
No, it is funny. It's just we know guys like that.
Yeah.
To me, it was funny that a grown ass man, the man was like 40, 50 years old, is telling.
why
a
is he
six-
telling a kid?
Why is he telling a kid, 16 years old, like, dude, try shoving your finger up your ass?
Yeah.
I know
Oh, he
why.
told you to put your own finger up your own.
Was
ass?
Yeah,
this
he's
at a
like, you
magic
should.
convention?
Yeah. Huh?
I saw a thing on the internet a couple years ago. A doctor got murdered because he was doing the prostate exam,
Oh, no.
and he stuck his finger up the guy's ass, and the guy came. And then
I heard
the
about
guy
this.
was humiliated, so he went home, got his gun, came back, and shot the
Wait,
doctor.
you
I
you
think
could
that's the
come
only
with just
thing-
one finger?
Yeah, but I think that's the only thing you can do in that situation, to be honest.
Is murder him?
I think so. I think there's no other way out. I
There's
think-
can
no,
tell
there's
that
no
guy-
way you came with one touch like that. That
that
doctor was
guy,
going
that
in.
guy,
There
but
is.
that guy really wanted to get his asshole fingered.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're coming
he was
that
on the
quick,
verge.
if you're like, Doc, is this good?
He's like, he better not stick his finger in my ass. I'll come, and he came. But yeah, that's the only way you got to kill him.
Yeah.
I think he did the right thing.
And now he's getting his asshole played with all the time.
Can you come if you're soft? Like, because like I
You
can't.
can get some pre-cum.
But
Yeah.
I feel
But like I think he
No,
came
you can.
for real.
You can.
Because
you come all the way.
Absolutely.
Because if
I've
you
never been able-
murder,
I've never had to do that.
if you murder someone, like
Yep.
Jesus, fuck you. Yeah, I'd be like, if I didn't get hard and came, I'd be like, okay, it's probably just something
scientific
it's,
thing.
It's science.
It's science.
I don't get science.
my body
But if I
screenshotting
was
itself.
rock hard, I wouldn't be mad at the doctor. I'd be like, dude, you gotta fucking come out.
No,
Like,
or be like, yo, dude, you got some magic fingers, Doc.
yeah,
Either that,
but
or
I feel
this
like-
is what you like sexually.
yeah.
But
Oh,
there's no
definitely,
other way
yeah.
to go about it if you're him. If you've seen Jenny Jones, you remember Jenny Jones?
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Who was like the other guy came out to him, is like his neighbor, his best friend or something, and then he's like, ha ha ha, and like just weeks later, just murders him.
No, but it was deeper than that.
And
The gay guy was bothering him.
That
Yeah.
show too is amazing.
But you
'cause
probably
the-
made him come through a prostate exam.
the
is what
whole
I'm saying.
episode, it was always like a guy, and then someone has a secret crush on you to be a hot chick, hot chick, hot chick, and then him, he's
What a
there
twist.
waiting, and then it's just a fucking super gay guy. Hey,
He couldn't wait for it to be like some hot chick from work or something.
he's like, is it? I wonder if it's gonna be Nancy.
Oh, how
I've
embarrassing.
always had a crush on Nancy.
He was more embarrassed, not that people thought he was gay, but that like no one else had a crush on him except the dude. I think
Yeah.
that's what pissed him off.
And the dude had more than a crush on him.
Yeah, the dude kept harassing him.
Yeah, he
after,
kept on
right?
how he's gonna fucking fuck his
Yeah.
bones.
That's so
And then
funny.
the guy got so pissed off at one point. He's like, everyone thinks I'm gay, and this guy keeps threatening to destroy my asshole. I'm killing him.
The fuck happened to
God,
talk
no.
shows, eh? Those are great, dude.
Those are great.
You had Ricky Lake, Jenny
Yeah.
Jones,
Jerry Springer.
Montel
Jerry
Williams, Jerry
Springer.
Springer, Maury Povich,
Maury
Maury's still
Povich.
around.
Montel Williams. You had there was like a good half a dozen.
Yeah.
All garbage, but fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
solid.
Did you guys
And
see
Geraldo.
Different levels of and Geraldo.
I was watching today a documentary about the Hells Angels, and I remembered an episode of Geraldo, like early '80s with the Hells Angels.
yeah.
It was-
They were amazing,
Yeah.
those shows.
Yeah. Oh man, they were insane because they were all different levels of fucking cheap trailer shit, right?
Yeah.
Bottom of the totem pole, Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
But then you go up, you have Maury Povich, and then it was like Jenny Jones, Ricky Lake, Montel, Geraldo. It was like these
And then
different
for
levels.
some
of,
reason, Oprah managed to be like
Yes.
swim out of that garbage.
And Ellen, yeah.
Because Oprah at first had those.
All that
She was
Today
trash.
we have midgets.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the theme of the show.
Yeah, midgets and Satanists
Yeah.
meeting each other.
Yeah. Satanic wizards.
Yeah.
That was the great thing about that time, though. You could have a stupid idea like that, and no one would get offended.
We
I think
love
it's
it.
gold, Jerry.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. My daughter's a goth. We were like, so fucking what? But everybody was like in the audience, they would get up and ask questions and be like, yeah, and they'd be like,
Yeah, boo.
my question is for Satan incarnate in the
Yeah.
front row with her legs open, you
Yeah.
slut.
Yeah, that's what it
and
used
they
to
would
be.
just start just shitting on the guests. Wild.
God damn.
We should.
Goddamn,
That'll be.
slut shaming was the best.
Slut shaming is still the best. We should pitch that to Netflix. Just bring back our version of a talk show, and it's just
No.
that.
And
It's
you
just
call it
slut
slut
shaming.
shaming.
Yeah, bring back kids getting yelled at by drill
Yeah.
sergeants. Get
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They'd have a drill sergeant telling a fat kid, "You're gonna be nothing."
This
You
is
are
$1 million
sick, dude.
idea. The episode cuts to one of us when it starts, and we're like, all right, today we got Instagram whores and a bunch of delinquent, degenerate drug dealers that are going to meet the military. Let's go.
And
That'd be
then-
amazing.
And then they always showed Buddy in the back who couldn't hear anything, who was in a booth. And who didn't know, like this one's like,
Yeah.
you've been dating for 4 years and I have a cock and he doesn't know, and the guy's in the back
Yeah.
and he's like, just
And he's
sitting in the-
listening
in the
to
green
music.
room. Yeah.
Oh, do you guys remember that clip where the guy he smashes the man's face in with the cake where he thought he was a woman?
No, but I
I
believe
think I
that
remember
happens.
this.
But also the other stuff that would happen is sometimes Maury Popovich, I'd be like, everyone here is retarded.
Yeah.
They would have like one lady who's like, I don't know who my baby daddy is because I slept with 9 guys.
Yeah.
Ooh, and they're freaking out. And then you see they have the 9 guys.
Yeah.
The kid's black. Only one of the 9 guys is black. And they're like, whose baby is it? You're not the father. It's like, guys, don't drag this on. We know Jamal's the father. Like, why are we dragging this?
And then the guys do backflips when they find out they're not the father. Like that guy, remember? He's like, you are not the father. He's like, yeah! Doing a backflip. He's like, fuck you, bitch!
And none of those guys. What's weird, like they were, acting like the kid's father. They were too happy to not be the father.
Yes.
You know how much I must fuck up that person when they're 23 and they're like, I remember my mom was on TV with I used to call him Dad. I never saw him again.
Last thing I saw was him doing a backflip.
I'm gonna Google my dad's name to see what happened to him, and then you see your dad going, I fucking hate that kid.
Just fucking cartwheeling off the stage.
Oh no, bro.
He used to be my dad.
Yeah, they should do a follow up on where those kids are. The kids that the DNA test would prove who the father is, how
Yeah,
they
dude.
grew up.
I have a friend that raised 2 kids for like 3-4 years and then found out he wasn't the father.
Who was?
That guy.
How do you find it
No,
out?
but who was the father? Does he know him? Like, was it something crazy?
I don't know if he knows him. I never asked him because I was like, I got weird because he said, and I was like, oh, okay. And then that's what he was telling me. He was like, it's weird because I hate my ex-wife for that. I'll
love
never
the kids.
forgive her. But the kids, I love them. And I was like, so you still see them? And he was like, no, I can't see him anymore.
Yeah,
Because
that's
when I
weird.
see him, I fucking hate them. I
guy's
hate her.
face.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
but he sees a kid and then it reminds him how much he hates
Her.
the wife.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I was like, those fucking poor kids. Like you were their dad,
Yeah.
right?
Holy
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks the most
Yeah.
for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also it makes for great television, so we kind
Yeah.
of really need it.
Kind of forgive it.
Yeah, it's a.
I wonder what I would do in
vital
that
part of
situation.
society. You wonder what?
I wonder what I would do in that situation. If you had like 2 kids and it's years later, and your whole your
So on
perception
camera or
is
off camera? On camera, you want to be like, hell yeah, I'm going to stick around for these kids.
Mm.
You know, and everybody's like, woo, you're a fucking hero.
Off
And
camera, you're like,
fuck that
Poseidon,
bitch.
get the convertible.
One kid you can kind of forgive, but 2, you're like, I'm such a fucking buffoon.
Oh, yeah.
I was just a fucking ATM.
And they're both Asian, but none of you are. You're like, God
Yeah.
damn it! I thought they were just really judgmental kids.
It's funny because I watched just super scowling all the
That's
time.
funny.
There was this one episode where this guy, it was a court, like, because I think that's what happened. I think a lot of these talk shows went to court, and it just became the same thing in court now.
They'd go to small claims
Yeah,
court
exactly.
and go,
They're
that
all
guy
in on it.
fucking,
Yeah.
yeah.
and so it was like a paternity thing, and the lady was there, and you know the daughter was older, and the son was like a baby, and then we took this paternity test just to make sure, and turns out you are not the father of Regina Ray or whatever the girl's name was, and he breaks down crying. He's like, oh my God, how could this happen, And then like, but we thought we'd test the other kid. And he's like, what would you do? And then they asked him, how would you feel? And he's like, well, I'm hoping at least one of them's mine. And he's like, 50-50 at this point. It was such a weird thing. And then they're like, you are not the father of this guy either. He's like, oh, and he had to live it all over again.
Who am I? Who am
I? It was like, he was like, oh, at least 1 for 2, baby. Let's go. And just, nope, you're
Oh, that's
an idiot.
Oh.
You must feel like a dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a comic on the French side that he was famous and he got engaged to this girl and she made him change religions for
never
her.
do that.
So he changed religions for
Is
her.
she Jewish?
No, I don't know. I think he was Christian, but then he became like another Christian, but more intense. Like he became Baptist or some
Disgusting.
bullshit like that. And then he found out right before the wedding that she had a boyfriend, and that she had met her boyfriend before she had met him, and that meeting him was the boyfriend's idea. Like the boyfriend had
told me
said,
about this.
"Go
Set him
fucking that guy. He's so fucking naive. He's making good money." And then but if you're gonna fucking trick someone into marrying you and then losing all his money, why are you making him change religions?
Yeah, that's
Like he went crazy after
That's like the
that.
cherry on.
Oh, what did he do now?
He lost his mind. I don't know. He was like in he went to like a insane asylum for a while.
my God.
He was calling. He used to work at Club Soda a lot, and then he called them to make a death threat, make a bomb threat.
Good.
During one of his shows.
Oh, he says I'm gonna come there and bomb.
Yeah, no, but he told them the place was going to blow up. He threatened his manager. He was going to kill his manager. And then they found him. He was walking on St. Catherine Street, buck naked.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
arrested
he
him.
snapped. His mind
Yeah,
snapped.
he just
Fuck, that's terrible.
lost his mind.
It's
Yeah.
fascinating.
You ever went out with a chick and you start feeling at some point that maybe she's bullshitting you, like you're getting manipulated?
Every single time.
Yeah, because that's I've had that.
Are you dating women?
Because that is a weird feeling. You ever feel that? You're like, wait a second, is this bitch playing me? That's
Yeah, I
a
do
weird
get that.
fucking feeling.
Yeah.
Especially younger though. I think younger with more immature. Like when I was like in my early 20s, like
Yeah.
the girls also, you felt like they were like scheming a little bit
Yeah.
more.
I was talking about last night, but yeah, go on.
I think though when you get older, especially if you're not
Bullshit
someone
detector.
that's jealous, if you feel something, then something's up.
Yeah.
That's the way
right.
I am.
Yeah, trust
Like,
your gut.
Yeah. When I was still married, as soon as I started feeling like, I was like, it's weird because I'm not a jealous dude.
Yeah.
And I trust everyone.
Yep.
And as soon as I was like, oh, that's weird, then I realized, okay,
Yeah,
something
you're
is.
probably right. Yeah,
Yeah,
for all of you
my
out there who are
intuition's normally
paranoid,
right, yeah.
who are paranoid that your wife's cheating on you, she is. So
Oh yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, you're fucked.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, in France, the paternity test thing, it was so rampant and it was so bad that they made it illegal for like
When
or
was
they
this
made it
paternity thing.
or I'm going back. Sorry, I'm going back to the whole
The
paternity.
1300s.
Yeah.
No,
no,
I don't know what we're talking about. Paternity
No, the
thing.
paternity test. You know when they find out it's not their kid and shit.
That was probably during the Second World War.
See, what was rampant?
No, recently this is modern times. It was.
But I don't
so-
know what you're
Oh,
saying.
sorry. It was so rampant that it wasn't the father's kid when they would give birth.
So there was no father; it was all God.
It was just women cheating on their husbands.
Yes, basically,
Okay.
women cheating on their husbands was
It's
so
a nation
rampant,
of whos.
and having kids with other men.
They refused to take the test because it would break up so many families.
And then
no way that's real.
No, they made it like really like complicated. Now you have to go to like.
Do you
the
think it was
courts and shit.
complicated because it was the 1930s?
No,
no,
And
this
they
is-
just didn't know how to
They were
really.
just German soldiers raping all the women. And they were
No,
like, we
this-
know who the father is.
No, this is
They're
recent.
blonde.
Okay.
Where they were like getting a paternity test was like easier, and now they made it apparently like super complicated and almost illegal to get a paternity test unless you
They
have.
do it.
Like,
they do it by smell now. Actually, in
Isn't it
France.
mostly
It's kind of
Arabs now
interesting.
in Paris anyway?
yeah,
Is there a correlation?
I think there's a correlation.
Okay, that's what he's trying to say.
They do it.
I can feel your
they do it
joke
like wine
coming a
tasting.
mile away.
They go around the woman's vagina like this thing.
They,
They
they
hold the
literally.
vagina like this thing.
like a sommelier.
Exactly.
Algerian.
A contelier.
Fuck, I didn't get that on camera.
They almost fell.
Bro, he almost falls once
It is
every
weird
third
when you
episode.
do get it on camera because then it feels like a bit.
Yeah.
It does feel like a bit, yeah.
You know the way he screams too. It's fucking amazing.
Whoa, guys!
Very
Cowabunga.
MTV in the 90s. Whoa! Go to 2-drink minimum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you,
yeah.
I was gonna say, did you guys see that Hitler doc?
No.
No.
Dude, that is really fascinating. If you're like,
Trying
if
to
you're
root for Hitler.
if you're a history buff into like World War II shit, I'm totally into World War I and II shit. Just because, like, every time they come out with like a colored in color or whatever, I'm like, oh,
Every time they come with a colored.
yeah, colored
One of
version
these
of
colored
the war.
Netflix specials. I saw the Cat Williams one.
Too many colored Netflix specials. Yeah, no, but like it's fascinating because you get to see his sort of party. How they were shit at first, and they were like getting 6% votes, and like they were like no one liked them.
And then he came out with some innovative ideas about the Jews.
No, he didn't open with the Jews. He didn't.
No, that
open
was his
with
closing bit. I know.
Yeah. You never. You can't open. You never open with the Jews. So he would open.
He opened with the Gypsies.
So the fact was that you would, for a loaf of bread, the economy was so bad because after World War I, what had happened is the Treaty of Versailles basically shit on Germany. We all kind of went, Germany, fuck you. You're not getting anything anymore. Plus, you got to pay for all these damages.
Well, you did try to take over the world.
Right, exactly. So we're going to punish you, right? And they were already at a low point economically. Now, bread cost $75,000, right? So money meant nothing. Children were playing with these stacks of money. People would have to, sell their teeth to fucking make money and like whore themselves out. It was a crazy time. So this guy comes along and he's like, hey, I'm going to pick up the pieces. He's young. He's all fucking, like loud and shit.
Sexy mustache.
You like
Honestly,
trains?
a huge sex symbol apparently back then. But it
Oh,
wasn't,
really?
Oh, wow.
Yes, for women, for German women.
I don't get it. It's like Prince. I don't get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
yeah,
It was more a matter of
skinny.
he was so young in comparison to the president of Germany back then, who was like in his late 80s.
Oh shit!
So this guy was like a young, like fucking energetic, and everybody's like, "Wow, this is like kind of cool." And he made headlines in the States because he tried to take over Parliament at one point through gunpoint. And
I mean, that is one way of doing it.
There's one, and he thought it would work. It didn't work. They were like, they wanted to sentence him, so they brought him to court. And in court, he said, "Yeah, I did it," and he admitted to everything. And he's like, "Here's why: because the German fucking people don't know we're getting suppressed, this and that." And he won over the judge. The judge gave him a small sentence, gave him nothing. Papers heard about this in the United States and across the world, saying how there's this new young whippersnapper who's really talking a storm up and
innovative
rallying
ideas,
people. And
loves trains.
So American propaganda actually did help him gain power, right?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I know about
and
this.
He got into all of this, and then eventually what would happen is his party was so big, it was causing a problem in the streets. There was a lot of fighting and there was a lot of anti-Semitism at that point. But the leader of Germany saw all of this, plus the economy was shit. So Hitler offered let's merge our forces. And then once he got in, he's like, I'm not getting out. I don't care what you do. You're gonna have to kill me to get me out, basically. And then just took over from there. But it was it's his whole sort of climb and how the socioeconomic and sociopolitical sort of world was going on back then. It was just like we are here, where we're like oblivious of things. So were they. They were in a trance. They had no idea what was happening. They were like, oh yeah, we can't afford shit. This guy's coming. He's saying the Jews are the problem. So I guess the Jews are the problem. Like they didn't know any better, right?
Yeah.
Very fascinating stuff to watch. So
Jews are like, we don't even make bread.
Yeah, exactly. It's wild when you think about it, because like every time we look at like this war stuff, we're always like, oh, it was a different time. People were barbaric. People went insane. They were racist. This happened.
Oh, we're always barbaric.
And you go back and you're like, no, it was like a small, perfect storm. Things were happening that you couldn't predict. That was like, oh, this. If there was no depression, there wouldn't have been a World War II, because money would have been fine. They wouldn't have needed like a radical change in Germany, and so it's all of these little things creating this perfect storm that ended up, being the worst thing ever. But yeah, enough me shouting out Hitler.
Shout out your family.
Yeah,
German
anyways,
propaganda.
Go follow on Instagram at the Fuhrer.
That's pretty cool.
It is really interesting. There's a lot of footage of him that you've never seen before, and he's a weird fucking dude, man. He's weird to look at.
So
Well,
he
he was
was
also-
documentary made to change our perception and be like, yo, like he wasn't all bad.
I think
Because that's a weird documentary.
no.
in this
I
day and
think
age.
it's more of like understanding the past to have it not repeat. I think is the lesson there, and I think it's a very valuable lesson, because a lot of those things you see today, especially when you get closer to civil war, that's usually when shit pops off. When your economy is at its lowest and people are like, the housing market's crashing and all of this stuff, homelessness is rising, that's where you're going to get somebody coming out shouting radical ideas, and everybody being on board because they want change. It's the same thing.
You're talking about me right now. You're describing
It's a lot of the same things that happened, right?
Like I'm on the South Shore, and there's a street now in Longueuil that it's just tents. Like there's a new kind of tent city.
It's a camping group.
So yeah, but I was like, what the? And then I Googled how many homeless people in Longueuil. Longueuil is the fucking suburbs.
Yeah.
And we have 1,000 homeless people that they know of. And then the people are saying that it's whatever number we think we have 1 million times more, because a lot of homeless people aren't fucking sleeping in a tent. They're at friend's house, for a friend's house.
They don't do the whole survey culture.
Yeah, they're living in your furnace.
Yeah, they're bad at surveys.
They're in your shed.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I saw my first homeless person in Saint-Sauveur.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What? How'd they get up there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
And Saint-Sauveur is such a rich,
yeah.
it's a rich, it's
It's like an old money.
yeah, it's a old money. So
Yeah.
that means it's probably like he's a new poor.
Oh, dude, that
He's
guy.
a nouveau poor.
Yeah.
You think he's kind of fancy that way? I'm a nouveau poor.
That's funny.
Like, look at that guy. His fucking.
Are you sure he wasn't just fucking around?
He at a stoplight, there's a guy in between cars singing and with a cup out, really like asking for money. I was like, that's the first time I've seen that in this town. The town's so far removed from everything. It's like a ski town.
It's an hour away.
It's an hour away, and it's like,
Yeah.
but this guy, for him, he's like,
He's probably
I've
making
cornered the market.
crazy
oh, he's
money.
crushing it right now.
maybe,
Being the only
yeah.
homeless dude in that town of like old rich people, they're terrified, dude. They're like, please take my money.
He's
and leave
having
me
all
alone.
kinds of sex.
Yeah,
What?
he's fucking for sure. He's breaking into people's.
That's a
old folks'
smart.
homes.
That's a smart homeless man.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, that sentence doesn't necessarily make sense, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. For a homeless.
Smart for a homeless man.
Yeah, smart for a homeless.
Eh?
As a
Yeah,
difference.
it definitely sucks when you see that happen because obviously it sucks for people living in big cities because they see it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
You go to Austin, LA, and like fucking Vancouver. It's like fucking insane how many homeless. But that's when like it starts to affect people like us living in townships or like other cities, and now we're like seeing it. It's like, okay, this is just everywhere. I think.
Yeah.
But you know where surprisingly there wasn't that many homeless, and I was surprised? Italy.
Yeah.
Even the big city, even Rome, I think I saw like 3 homeless people.
Really? Eh?
Yeah, there was
It's
not.
cheap down there though.
No, there's homeless people in Rome. They keep complaining. They're migrants.
That's different.
They're just smarter. They pickpocket. They're rich. They wear Puma tracksuits, dude. They're fucking crushing life.
Puma tracksuits.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big migrant problem, and I had to get aggressive with one of them.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Was
use the N-word?
he Greek?
No, they were African. And because they keep trying to
like
sell
from Morocco,
Sub-Saharan African or North
like
African?
sub-Saharan.
What country in Africa?
I don't know.
It's a big place.
I can't tell the
That's a big
difference
place.
of the different shades. So the thing is, they've kicked out the gypsies, right? There's no more, because there used to be gypsies trying to sell you shit on the street. Now it's all Pakistanis and Africans.
At least the threat now is just physical, not supernatural. Go on.
No more curses.
And but the thing is, they get aggressive with you, bro. And then one of them at some point, I'm walking in Genova, and what they do is they take choke points. Like there was an aquarium in Genova, and there was a place where like it's a boardwalk, and then the aquarium really shortens. It funnels in for people to pass
Fucking
through. You know.
Battle of Thermopylae.
So they would just stand there and try to sell stuff to people, but like they would try to like grab something, run. You know what I mean? And this one dude, I go to him, no, we're good.
Choke me, daddy.
And he goes to grab my girlfriend.
Whoa.
And then I turned around. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I did this, like I was ready to punch him. And the guy, he backed off right away.
Why did he grab your girlfriend?
I don't know, to try and take something.
She looked at him and said, help me.
You bastard.
And he's like, she's mine now.
Because they're always trying to like get close to you just to see if they could snatch your watch.
Figure, like, why wouldn't he grab something from an old lady that has a small husband? You're giant, aggressive man.
To everyone, and
you're walking around, even in church. You're like, what the fuck?
We all look alike to them.
Yeah.
They just see tourists. Actually, they just see tourists and they think, oh, they're tourists. They're easy. They're not expecting somebody. Because I was observing, and bro, the tourists, some of them, they were so dumb. They were sitting there having conversations with them, like, oh, where are you from?
I
was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Some tourists deserve to get robbed.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think a lot of tourists, when I see them, I'm like, I'm a tourist in a different country, and I'm thinking, fuck, dude, I could just rob these people. Like, I'm thinking it, right?
Yeah.
So, like, the people who are robbing people
So-
are definitely thinking
So
it,
when
you
they
know
see
what
me, they don't see a giant. They just see another tourist.
They see a
like,
giant dollar sign.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, they watch the podcast. They're like, this guy's easy.
So they're not expecting me to get aggressive. And
So
then
he shit himself.
when I got aggressive with that guy, we had repassed through there a few times. Like he even told his buddy, like he was there again. He told his buddies like they were gonna approach us, and he tapped them like no.
The spot that you knew was where you get stolen.
Let's go there.
You went there several times. You're like, let's go down Rape Alley.
We had
again
flaunting
to
his
see.
wife in front of him. He's like, oh,
we
you
had,
want this?
we had no
piece of
choice
ass?
because we were going to the aquarium.
It's funny,
Anyways, it was a whole
flaunting
thing.
his wife. She's like, I'm a little scared because I feel like I would be the victim of rape. And then Poseidon's like, listen, babe, that's a chance I'm willing to take. And then she's like, what?
Well, because
This is a horrible strategy.
the first time we didn't know, and then the second time we were going to the aquarium there.
Yeah.
The
Fool
first-
me once, shame on me.
First time we didn't know. The second
Twice, shame on
time,
you.
first time we didn't know. Happy
You're not gonna
accident.
fool me
Second time,
twice.
I got my hopes up.
But yeah, it was that was really rampant. And then some of them don't take no for an answer.
That's their whole thing, though. That's their
Rapist?
whole...
The migrants trying to sell you
Yeah,
shit.
that's
And you
their
tell
whole
them no,
thing,
they trying to put stuff on you, hats.
Yeah, they're good
and
at
then
what they do.
And then I had to get like some dudes, like I had to tell them, like I yelled at one of them at some point in Rome, like, bro, get the fuck like this, get the fuck out of my face like that.
Meet me in my room.
Get the fuck out of my face. He's like, why are
fucking
you
cock in
giving
my
me your
face."
key card?
And then
Tell him.
yeah, no, it was yeah, that's the thing that I saw, that it was like there was no homelessness,
I mean,
but
Rome's known for being like one of the biggest pickpocket spots in the world. You know?
but every city it was like that.
But Rome is especially, that's where a lot of
Really?
That's the best response to that. Rome is known as one of the places where you're most likely to. Yeah, but everywhere though.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I meant every city in Italy.
The capital
Rome
of Canada is Ottawa. Yeah, but so's everywhere.
So's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So's everywhere.
Rome
Sorry.
specifically.
I didn't mean-
But everywhere.
It is the most insane place, and
No,
a
but
lot
Yeah,
of
but
everywhere
everywhere,
is
like there's a
insane.
lot of insane. Yeah.
yeah.
You ever been to Insane Island? It's really insane.
The,
You ever been to Il Bizarre? That shit
magicians-
place is crazy. It's weird.
we learned a lot from the pickpockets in Rome. There's a lot of like notorious pickpocketing teams.
Magicians.
Is
And
this your
magicians
wallet?
that we will, because there's a lot of same things that we use.
Yeah,
in
sleight of
magic.
hand.
Yeah, and even we do
misdirection.
Yeah, we do
It's all
pickpocketing for
misdirection,
entertainment
yeah.
purposes and stuff like that. So we
Oh,
learned
is
a
that
lot.
what your sub-Saharans were doing? Magic tricks? Like, is this your hymen?
No, they had bracelets. What?
Go on.
What's a
Yeah.
hymen?
It's a maneuver when someone's choking.
Yep. Just googling what is
hymen maneuver.
hymen.
I don't know what it is.
It's
a
Rabbi
piece of
Hyman.
tissue covering this. Okay. Oh, that's the virgin shit.
Yeah.
As long as you're using medical terms.
Yeah, it's the what is that? The Veil of Turin or whatever.
Yeah. It's the Veil of Virgin. All right. Mike Ward is in a city near you. MikeWard.ca for tickets. Mike Ward Noir. Mike is having a relaxed summer. He's doing a couple of shows, doing podcasts all the time. He's living the dream of a legend as he
If you
should.
go wardvodka.ca, you can buy my vodka.
I
Hell
forgot
yeah.
to open. Next steps we're opening with that. This podcast has been brought to you by Ward Vodka, the only vodka for gentlemen, ladies, and pickpockets all around the globe. You can get it at the SAQ website. You go inside the
You
SAQ.
can get it everywhere.
You get it everywhere though. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
but also
The pharmacy,
fucking
but also-
library.
Okay, and if you go to a SAQ,
Any
you go
country.
somewhere, go to a bar. If they don't have Ward Vodka, you let them know that you want to see that shit on tap. Ward Vodka. We also got First.shop over
Yeah.
here. Our man Chris Ramsay. Buy his merch at First.shop. Also check out Area 52 on YouTube, as well as the Chris Ramsay channel on YouTube.
Yep.
There's over 7 million subscribers right now.
That's right.
It's just going up and up and up.
Damn, that's
and
insane.
It's amazing. And Area 52 is so much fun. He's heading down to Virginia
Yeah.
to film some very cool shit. So
Yeah.
there's some good videos
I'll
coming
have
out.
stories when I get back.
I'm
for
excited.
Sure.
So we got Chris Rams doing that. Poseidon's online. The Poseidon69 is his handle on Twitter and on Instagram. He also has a website, IamPoseidon.com. I am also on tour, English and French. We keep adding dates. Pantelis, the last of the real ones, is doing gangbusters. People even in French are fucking enjoying my new hour. I'm having a lot of fun with it. PantelisComedy.com, Patreon.com/Pantelis. On screen right now, we can take a look at Ward Vodka, 750 milliliters, available for $28.45. It is affordable, it is delicious, and it is what the cool kids are drinking right now. Bottled right here in Quebec. Thank you guys, and go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, buddy.